Hey everybody, welcome to Real Hawk Talk, live coverage of the Seahawks versus the Steelers. Looking forward to hanging out with all you today, getting going on what's going to be an interesting season for the Seahawks. Going to give you all some just basic instructions on how to watch along with me in just a second. Just going to push a couple things live, and then we'll get going. All right. So, um, first off, hopefully everyone can hear me okay. I'm sitting on my couch, so a little different setup than normal. But gonna be watching the game myself, sitting here with my son, and talking you through at least what I'm seeing as we're watching this all unfold. Um, and one of the big things will be if you are watching yourself, which I assume you are, um, you're gonna want to kind of sync up your viewing experience to what I'm what I'm saying, or things might be coming earlier than you want them or later than you want them. So what I'll do is just as the ball's about to get kicked off, I will let you know on my screen when it's about to be kicked off. If it's looking like someone's going to kick it off before um, you are hearing it from me, you would want to pause your TV and then press play as soon as I say the ball's been kicked. And that'll should sync us up a little bit so you can get that commentary in roughly the same time frame. If you are getting the kick to show up after I say it and the ball's been kicked, not a lot I can do to help. I will probably be ahead of what you are seeing, and you know, do with that what you will. But I hope we can all have a good time just hanging out, pretty low key. And as we're getting ready here, it's just a couple minutes till kickoff. Unique point in time for the Seahawks, right? You've got a situation where this is a rebuilding team. The question is this more 2010 or 2011? I think we're all hoping it's 2011, where 2011 for folks who forgot. That was the year Richard Sherman and Brandon Browner teamed up with Earl Thomas and Cam Chancellor and started to form what was really the first Legion of Boom, the incarnation of that. You had someone like KJ Wright drafted in 2011. You had the makings of the running game coming together. Marshawn Lynch and the offensive line. Tom Cable had been newly hired after a pretty poor showing by the offensive line in 2010, and so you saw that start to emerge. And Max Unger was a big part of that, and Russell Okung was coming into his own. I think that might have been his Pro Bowl year, but I can't remember for sure. In any event, so I think that made a team that was really in good position to add a few more pieces to become a contender, a quarterback mainly. And they had someone like Tavares Jackson as their quarterback, and Charlie Whitehurst was in the competition that year with him. Jackson won the job, or at least ended up keeping the job. He tore a pec muscle. It was a pretty limited quarterback, limited ceiling, but the team loved him. They played hard for him. They fought for him, and he fought for them. He's a super tough guy, and RIP for Tavares, but he was never going to be the guy that was going to get you to the next level. And that's my perspective on these quarterbacks. I think that even if you want to call it the best case scenario for Drew Lock, let's say, Geno Smith, he's an older guy. I don't think there's a lot of reason to believe he's going to become Kurt Warner and all of a sudden in his 30s become a Super Bowl quality quarterback. Drew Lock's younger, but he's at the end of his rookie deal. So like even if he was to pop this year, you're probably talking about paying a significant sum for a starting quarterback, and you've lost your advantage as having a QB on a rookie deal. So, you know, I'm not cheering against him, but I also have questions about whether it's the best thing for the Seahawks. If you want them to win a Super Bowl, if Drew Lock is really the thing you want to be cheering for. I'm more of the mind of like Geno Smith. But either way, as long as the team goes quarterback in the draft next year early, trades up to get what they need, I think that puts them in the best position. And what I think we really want to see is other parts of the roster starting to solidify. We want to see these offensive tackles really, take hold of the offensive line. We want to see Damian Lewis and or Phil Haynes, start to take control from a guard position, um, and give the offensive line a chance to build. We want to see the cornerbacks, really stand out and look like these aren't just going to be like placeholders, but guys that could be like top level guys. And then I think the linebackers and the defensive line as well. Bobby Wagner's gone. We talk about Russell being gone, but Bobby Wagner's gone. So this is a chance for Cody Barton. I've been pretty hard on Cody Barton. I'm not sure I'm a huge believer in Cody Barton, but this is his first chance to get significant reps inside, not playing one of the outside positions. He was an inside linebacker in college, so maybe he'll find his footing and be an impact player. Um, but I think the key for me tonight is looking at the edge. I want to see what happens with the defensive line. Really curious to see what the pass rush looks like. If these guys look fast, if they look like they're getting to the quarterback, that's going to be pretty important to see. So great to see Michael Robinson on the broadcast too. It was cool to see Michael Bennett in pregame. I think it's nice to see some of the Seahawks from that LOB era kind of come back to the team, take larger roles. I think it's pretty cool. Michael Robinson right now is talking about Shane Waldron. I think that's actually an interesting part of this is we started to maybe see finally. I was really disappointed in what I saw from Shane Waldron last year, and what I think we can't say for sure is how much of the limits on what we saw in the Shane Waldron offense related to what the quarterback was comfortable with. He had an injured quarterback for a lot of the year. He had a backup quarterback for part of the year. He had a quarterback that had certain things he was really good at. Russell was a great deep thrower, not as comfortable with some of the rhythm passing stuff that might have been part of what they were wanting to do. But you saw even in the last few games, Russell wasn't great. He was good. He wasn't like the best version of Russell, but the running game was so good that they just started becoming a really fun team to watch. And so I am curious, like, is Shane Waldron going to emerge as a guy that, you want to build around from an offensive philosophy perspective? And then on the defensive side, everybody's new. Like, not only everyone's new, but this is the first time Pete's been here for over 10 years. This is the first time we've got a new defensive scheme. Like, there's been folks on Twitter that tell you, well, they were doing this last year. And to some extent they were, but this is like Clint Hurd at the top. You've got Sean Desai. You've got, Carl Scott, a defensive backs coach, playing different style. There should be more press coverage, more guys close on the line of scrimmage. There should be, it's more 3-4. So you're going to see more outside linebackers as rushers and dropping into coverage. Last year, that seemed so ridiculous when you had a 4-3 defensive end like Carlos Dunlap or Benson Mayowa dropping into coverage. This year, you're going to have Uchenna Nwosu, and hopefully I'm pronouncing the name right. Hopefully I'll hear that over the broadcast and get that better. But, he's played 3-4 for the Chargers. That's been what he's done. Daryl Taylor is, shown some physical capabilities there. We're going to see what Boye Mafe looks like in that situation. So, I'm really curious to see how this team starts to emerge, like who the leaders are. And these should be preseason games where we're going to get a lot of play time for a lot of these guys that are going to be starters because these are young players that are having to make their way. It won't be the guys like Quandre Diggs and Jamal Adams, like and established vets. Al Woods won't be getting a ton of time. I think we're looking at Shelby Harris right now, new guy from the draft. But like Tariq Woolen and Kobe Bryant, those guys could end up getting starter reps. Not if not right to start the year pretty soon, and they should play a lot in this game. I'm actually excited to see Michael Jackson at cornerback. I know he's like one of those super deep, long shots, but I thought he made some fantastic plays last year at the last 2 games of the year. Maybe those were fluky and there's nothing there. Maybe the Seahawks found another diamond in the rough. So these are the types of situations where you got to look at those guys, and I'm looking forward to that. So we're looking at Geno Smith right now, and should be pretty close to kickoff. Just want to here we go. We're about to get to the kickoff. So if you want to time things, we're watching Myers start to run to the ball. and he just kicked it off. So hopefully you guys are in sync. The Seahawks 2022 preseason's underway, and a pretty long return. So nothing too great, nothing terrible there. It looked like the left side of the return team got sealed off pretty well. So not a ton of penetration. It looks like maybe there's a flag. Fantastic. No one likes preseason football without a lot of penalties. I mean, that's what makes it fun. Oh yeah, baby. Maybe that's why we didn't get penetration. All right, moving back, Adrian Hill. Mitch Trubisky. Are we gonna get to see Pickett too, or whoever they drafted early? They Steelers are the guys that drafted the first quarterback this year. I think the only one in like the first round, right? I'll have to double check, but I think so. So here's Mitch Trubisky, former one of the top picks in the draft for the Bears. Bounced around a little bit. No initial pressure. There's Tariq Woolen, 39, and Marquise Blair, 27. Looks like he's in the slot. I don't know if you want to be saying his name a lot. That usually means, unless he's breaking it up, you don't generally want to see his name a lot. Cornerbacks should, if they're playing well, you don't hear them because they're not getting targeted. But we'll see. There's Daryl Taylor, 52, getting some pressure. There's some good pressure. And see, that's the thing. Iggy Abunaway, I think, I can't remember, Shelby Harris. Um, that caused that to be rushed, as a pass and incompletion. So nice to see. Interior rush is a big deal. Shelby Harris had 7 sacks last year as an interior rusher. Look at him shed the block and get right in the face, and there's 42. Um, that's Josh Jones, who's filling in probably for Jamal Adams at safety. Josh Jones been a starter in some places at safety, so nice to have him as depth. Ryan Neal, I think, has been out with an injury, so he won't be playing tonight. 3rd and 1. Blitz up the middle. Oh, and they sealed them all inside. First chance to see Tariq Woolen as a run support guy. That was not good. Missed tackle there. Whole line got sucked inside. Linebackers. Let's see what the flag is. After the play. Oh, fantastic. Way to compound the error, guys. So personal foul on the Seahawks. Generally, when a run bounces outside, the two things I look at is the ends, or in this case, the outside linebackers got sucked too far in, and the other is that the inside linebackers pursuit, they picked the wrong place to pursue. So didn't get to see a replay of that, but I would wonder what happened there. So 1st and 10, handoff up the middle, 3-4 yards. You see Cody Barton, you see Puna Ford, you see Brian Monet, number 90. I mean, it's going to be interesting. One of the things that, cornerbacks, obviously everyone's interested in the coverage. There's number 8, Kobe Bryant. Everyone's going to be looking at coverage. And that is the most important thing. But run support's a big deal. It's a super big deal. So we want to see if these guys can tackle. Tariq Woolen, 6'4", can he break down and get low enough and bring down some of these backs? That first first view, it was a tough play, but it was not a good-looking tackle attempt. So hopefully that was just an aberration. They're going at Tariq Woolen again. Perfect coverage. Outran the receiver, sealed him off. Nice to see. Really, really nice. See how smooth and fluid Woolen is? There's no Trey Flowers in those hips. Like, Trey Flowers was always really rigid in how he made turns and moves and change of direction. Woolen just looks a lot more fluid. He looks like a receiver out there. It's kind of crazy. So 3rd and 6. Big chance to get off the field. Can the Seahawks do it? Good pass rush up the middle. Oh, man. Justin Coleman got absolutely destroyed there on that play. Um, Seahawks got some decent pressure, but coverage was bad. Yeah, I mean, on 3rd and 6 to lose a guy on an inside route like that is not good. Not what you expect from a vet. So not good. Maybe he was expecting help inside. Maybe someone blew a coverage, but it looked just bad for Coleman there. Ooh, Daryl Taylor just got pancaked, and there is someone wide open. Wow, definitely a miscommunication. Looked like Josh Jones and Justin Coleman were talking to each other. Somebody blew a coverage. But I would also say, like, there's a couple good pass rushes there, but also, on a couple of third downs, guys pretty much got stoned. So Seahawks had at least two third downs on that drive, maybe three. Um, and not a great, not great results. They had two big explosive plays on both third downs. One was a run, one was a pass. Um, not great. Not a great start. So now we'll get to see a little Kenneth Walker. I think there's gonna be a lot of Kenneth Walker. I think we're gonna get to see the offensive line here. We'll see how the offensive tackles look. Um, did not see a lot of edge pressure, which is like a little has me looking at the offensive line, the offensive tackles for sure. So far, we haven't heard much negative about the offensive tackles. As I said on Real Hawk Talk this week, if you want to be really cynical, that could mean that the Seahawks offensive tackles haven't faced good pass rush yet from their own guys. So let's say if Daryl Taylor and Mafe were in the backfield every play in that first possession, then that would be an encouraging sign, right? Because it means that those are the guys that Seahawks have been trying to block. The fact that they weren't, let's see. Let's just take a look. Let's hope that Charles Cross, especially Charles Cross, that's the most important, holds up in pass pro. Abe Lucas, Jake Curran. I think we know what he is. He's not going to be great in pass pro. He's a fighter, but he's not going to be elite. And we're going to want to see if they can run block too. That's one of the biggest questions for both Abe Lucas and Charles Cross. Is those guys were known to be pass protectors, and they didn't have to run the ball as much in college. So, going to see what that looks like. So we got DJ Dallas set to receive the kick. Um, let's see what happened here. So, it looked like Tariq Woolen went inside. That might have been Tariq Woolen's fault, actually. So I think they were playing zone, and Tariq Woolen was playing man. He went with his guy. Yep, and there they go grabbing him. So he vacated his part of the zone, and this is the challenge, rookie guys. Like they can be fantastic in individual coverage, but if they don't get the right communication, they make a mistake, then you give up easy touchdowns. It's not even about talent. It's just about preparation and experience. And I don't get that mad at that stuff. You're going to take your lumps with rookies that way. I care a lot more about when he's playing the defense that he's supposed to be playing, does he play it well? And if the mental errors continue, then that becomes an issue. Marquise Blair is a perfect example of that. The guy has had some really big plays, looks super talented, but has repeated mental errors over multiple seasons. At some point, it's not about being young, it's about whether you can actually be a professional. And so I think that's the question for Blair. Way, 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 way too early to have any of those questions about Tariq Woolen. So looks like we've got Jake Curran, 74, is starting at right tackle. Phil Haynes. Where is Phil Haynes playing? Is he playing center? Please tell me he's playing center. That'd be awesome. Nope. Looks like Austin Blythe's the center. So there's a handoff. Ken Walker at his first carry. Got Charles Cross at 67. Got Damian Lewis. So it's got to be Phil Haynes as that right guard, I would guess. Good to see, like teams are not going to respect Seahawks passing game. So every time you get a Seahawks run that's going to gain 4 yards or more, that's good. That's good. I see a question in the chat about why would you start Geno? You know what he can do. I think you start Geno because you expect him to be your starter. Like I know some people are on the Drew Lock train, but like this guy hasn't had a chance to get starter reps. And yeah, baby, nice pass to Noah Fant, 87. That is not a play we saw a lot of. You know, getting a tight end kind of crossing over like that. Nice catch there. Good throw. He was not wide open. Good throw on the move. Geno and the good pass protection, right? I mean, Geno had no one even within the screen when he was doing that. Handoff there. Ooh, Derek Young is a 7th round pick. This guy used to be like a base like a wing T kind of offense in college. Played like did a lot of running, a lot. He's a receiver that also played essentially as a running back in a lot of cases. A little bit like Deebo Samuel was used last year. Not saying he's Deebo Samuel, but he's an interesting athlete. Quick pass outside. Penny Hart breaks one tackle, almost breaks another. Good chance for Derek Young to show some blocking skills. So 3rd and 6. First third down for the Seahawks. Let's see how the pass protection holds up. They send Walker out. He's coming back. Let's see how Walker holds up in pass pro as well. Looks like a blitz might be happening. Checking at the line. Let's see how the offensive line holds up. Don't false start. Come on, boys. To be expected. Young line, new line. Looks like Austin Blythe was trying to communicate. Looks like Geno was trying to call some things out. I'd actually rather them do that than force it and look like idiots. Now, we've all seen the Seahawks do this where they call a timeout. They should be completely prepared coming out of it, and then they false start or they do something stupid. Looks like they're not on the same page. So this is part of the quarterback's job, like it's his job to now make sure everyone's on the same page. And it's the center's job to make sure they all got the line call right. Looks like a Travis Homer in now. And it looks like Colby Parkinson might be in the slot. No play clock. It would be really nice if they had the play clock somewhere on the broadcast. There's pass rush. Good protection. I'd say really good protection. And Geno just sucks. Geno put his head down right away. He gave up on that play way too early. That was not bad pass protection. That was just bad quarterback play. I mean, that's a perfect pocket. And then he's already putting his head down. You're not going to run 7 yards, Geno. You're just not. Like, you see what he sees right there, but you just, there's no chance that play was going to result in a first down the way that looked. But good to see the pass blocking. That's more important than anything that Geno Smith is going to do in this game. All right. I'm not on Twitter right now. Usually I'm on Twitter during these games. Since I'm doing the live broadcast, I'm not doing that. But I wouldn't be surprised if we already have people like, oh my God, these offensive linemen suck. They already allowed a sack. And it's like, people, that was like 7 seconds of pass pro. That was plenty. That was good. And I mean, it's not that I'm going to say like offensive linemen have no responsibility in that situation, but it is so much more important that they're able to pass block like that that's such a better sign of durable building block value than Gino throwing some pass. Thanks everybody for coming on tonight. Hopefully, we'll have some better things to talk about than at least results wise. I think there's been some good things, so far, and a fair number of not so good things, but that's where we are. If you haven't already, this is a good time to give the show a thumbs up. Click subscribe. Obviously, would appreciate that. In the process of coming back up for the season. And if you also go over to patreon.com/hawkblogger, join up, get instant access to the Slack channel where the conversation continues between games, between episodes, and happy to talk more there. I will be writing my first blog post in a while tomorrow morning as for the morning after review of this game. So looking forward to that. And I 100% will be switching back and forth between the Mariners game and the Seahawks game, just so you know. So now the Seahawks are going to play it back on defense here. Brian Monet still in there, and they're there in the middle. You see the 3-4 line, these two outside linebackers. Oh, good pass. Good catch. Woolen getting targeted. That wasn't bad coverage. It was better catch. I think crossing patterns are going to be an interesting thing to watch Woolen. When you got a guy that tall, lateral quickness is going to be something that people are going to test because they're going to question whether he can get in and out of his breaks and keep up. Straight line speed is usually less of a question. Okay, can they seal the edge? Nice play there. Ugh. Oh man, that was Uchenna Nwosa at number 10, Nwosu, and he had the initial seal, and then he lost it. So that for me that was on number 10, Nwosu. Get that away from Finn. Second and 3-0. We got a play clock. At least that's an improvement. Wow, huge hole. So, where are the Cody Barton fans here? Please tell me why I should be a Cody Barton fan. Like, he is the experienced inside backer. We don't have Jordan Brooks this game. Obviously, he's going to be a huge part of the defense. But Cody Barton, like my experience, the guy is always catching. He's never pitching. Like he's never making the plays moving forward. A lot of times he's catching a guy, falling backwards, making tackles beyond the line of scrimmage. Um, so like I would like to see that guy make some plays at the line or behind the line, and that's what I look for in a middle linebacker or an inside linebacker is your instincts. I think he's a good special teams player. I think he's super limited from a. I don't. I think he's a backup linebacker. Like that's kind of where I see him. Oh, there's Daryl Taylor inside. There we go. Oh, you gotta come down with him. Oh my God. They had a great move by Daryl Taylor, but you got to finish that sack. Um, damn. That is frustrating. Watch him. Oh, just a beautiful swim inside. But you got to wrap up, man. I mean, Taylor looks fast, no doubt about it. Looks like a guy who's going to be an impact player. He was an impact player last year, and he'll get more snaps this year. Goes back inside, has another chance. Oh, yeah. Justin Coleman was again trailing. So far, the Steelers on all these passes, they've been eating them up inside on these in breaking routes. So far, the Seahawks have shown no capability. Hopefully, that's going to give the coaches some tape to work with and some stuff to work on. It's going to be interesting to see as well. Like, what are the what? Oh, you think so? I, Isaac says he thinks the Dale Taylor batted it down. Ooh, almost a block punt. Oh Jesus, dude. Oh Jesus. Okay, cut that guy, dude. Go back to the Huskies. That was awful. Why in the world are you picking that up? There is no benefit. He had a guy around his feet. There is no chance he's returning that anywhere. Just friggin' let it go. Oh, he hit the arm. Yeah, so he didn't bat it down, but Isaac was right. He affected that pass. So at least the Seahawks defense got off the field. Daryl Taylor was the star of that series. I mean, should have had a sack and then affected the pass to get him off the field. So it doesn't have to be perfect. You just got to have some playmakers. Yeah. All right. So I think what I'd like to see on this drive is a little bit more of the run game. Like, um, I think they started off with a 7 yard run, and then they had the end around to, this the sprint, whatever you call it, jet sweep. Thank you. It's been too long since I've watched football. Um, that they lost at yard on, and then they basically were in panic mode after that and just all passes. So, uh, yeah, I'd like to see a little bit more. Seeing if this team can get off the ball and run the ball a little bit. I thought the pass protection was encouraging. That was nice to see. Um, but the quarterback play, guys, is gonna be bad. It just is. Like, it's hard for me to get too worked up about it. Geno Smith, I was kind of hopeful last year that, like, okay, maybe he'll make different mistakes than Russell, but he'll still be okay. And he just, I mean, he's just bad. He doesn't have good judgment. He holds on to the ball way too long. He doesn't throw the ball away. He puts his head down too quickly. Like, not super accurate. Okay, here's the handoff. Good cutback. 4 yards or so. I'd like to see replays. Can we see replays? I'd like to see. It's harder to watch the blocking and the first time through, but I'd like to see. It looked like the right side of the line collapsed the Steelers and gave that cutback lane. That would be Phil Haynes and Jake Curran. Curran was like an underrated part of the Seahawks at the end of last year. The running game explosion. He teamed up with. Well, it was Phil Haynes on some occasions, but like he on the right side was a part of it for sure. I'm looking at the chat. Oh, these folks are so excited about Drew Lock. I don't know, guys. I mean, whatever. Could he be better than Gino? 100%. Like that's a low freaking bar if that's what you're talking about. But do you want like does he have the ceiling to be a Super Bowl quarterback that you want to like go all in on? Like no. No. So like whatever. I mean, he could start this year, but like the thing is if Drew Lock plays like above average quarterback this year, that puts the Seahawks in a position where they may like decide to stick with him longer. They might want to go like sign him to a long-term deal, and I don't want that. I've already seen enough to Drew Lock to just feel like that guy does not have the ceiling we need, and he's certainly not worth a significant contract. So, uh, yeah, I'm with Mr. Cashman there, and Gino's a known quantity, and he's a guy I think that the team will rally around. So I like that. Another handoff. There we go. Solid run again. See now this is what I want to see because it makes it easier on everybody when you got a 3rd and 1 instead of a 3rd and 6 even. 3rd and 6 might for this team might be like 3rd and 15 for most teams, with a decent quarterback. So they might need to be in 3rd and short. Now the question is, do you go back to it? Do you feel that confident in it? Like that's the team I think this team has to be. Is that 3rd and 1? They're going to run the ball. There's the handoff. Ooh, a lot of penetration and just crushed. Well, so I like the call. I like the call because I think that's the team the Seahawks are going to have to be. Result was pretty bad, but I think you want to be able to be the team that can get it convert a 3rd and 1. Now, this is the worst possible camera angle. So it was really hard to see. So many guys were getting penetration. It was hard to see where. I mean, they brought safeties. They brought all sorts of guys. Hit that guy. Oh man, that is the worst possible thing when you turn him around like that. When you're running at a returner and you put your arm out and he's going one direction and you grab him and you miss him, but you swing him around, so you basically act as a pivot for him and swing him back and give him momentum the other direction where the whole defense is running one way. That is the yeah, that is a common way that a run turns out to break. That was actually a good play by Dixon to force him back inside because it gave the team a chance to run him down. So special teams bad, offense bad, defense pretty bad. Welcome to the 2022 Seattle Seahawks. All right, let's see what we got. Backs against the end zone. A little pressure, a fumble. Oh, get her again. That's what I like. Alton Robinson, baby. God, that guy makes plays. Shelby Harris follows it up, but I think that was Alton Robinson that got in there first. Oh no, that's Boye Mafe. Hey, the Rook. That's a terrific moment. Like that's what you want to see. Alt was on the other side of that. That's just great. That's actually really nice to see. Play clock winding down. Let's see if we can get. Oh, so Mason Rudolph, the racist, is in. All right, hit that guy. Oh man. Oof. So whenever it's 2nd and 20, from a scheme perspective, you are going to give up things like draws because you're assuming the team's going to try to get a bunch of yards back to shorten 3rd down. So that wasn't awful. Wasn't great.
I still don't think we forced a run less than 5 yards.
Isaac was saying he doesn't think we forced a run less than 5 yards. He's probably right. Let's see what happens here. 3rd and 13. Can they get some pressure? Only rushing 4. They're going for the end zone. Oh, he pushed him. Oh, yeah, yeah. Kobe Bryant on the coverage there. I wasn't sure he got in, but I also thought Bryant pushed him. I was expecting to see a flag come out. Oh, yeah, it looks like he got his feet in there.
That was good. That was just a better play by the receiver.
Yeah, I mean, pretty good coverage. Ooh,
Ooh.
ooh, I want to see a replay. Show me that second foot. Show me that second foot.
I just don't think you could do much better there for Kobe Bryant. I mean, you could try to seal him better.
Yeah, Isaac's saying I don't think he could do much better on coverage. I think that was pretty good coverage. It wasn't great. I mean, he was able to get separation because I think he was past Bryant, but still. Um, so, well, whatever. I guess it was good. So, not great. Was hoping to see a lot better coverage there in general for the Seahawks and not have as many busted coverages as we've seen. That wasn't a busted coverage, but 3rd and 13 for a touchdown. That's just not something you want to see happen. Period. And also interesting. I mean, the Seahawks went. They only brought 4 rushers there. Uh, Regular season, do they do that? Is that a tendency we're starting to see? Like, I would like this team to be more aggressive than that on 3rd and long. So I'd say the best thing we've seen so far from the Seahawks has been the offensive line play. Um, there's been some decent push in the run game. I know we just had a 3rd and 1 that went the wrong way, but before that, I think pass protection's been pretty good. I think run blocking's been pretty good. Ken Walker looks fine. I mean, he doesn't look special so far, but he looks fine. Um, I think Mathe's sack certainly a highlight. Dale Taylor looks like he's going to be Dale Taylor. Not a surprise there. I think the biggest downsides that I'm seeing, like, I came in biased, but I'm like just not a Cody Barton guy, and I still see nothing about him. This is like 4th-year guy. Like, he's not flashing at all. If he's flashing, it's not in a good way. And saw some missed tackles. We saw Justin Coleman's probably the goat, like the not in the old phrasing of goat. He's the goat of the game so far in terms of his busted coverages. We also saw Tariq Woolen have some mistakes. Um, but yeah, pass rush was the number one thing I wanted to see. We saw a little bit of that, which is good. And offensive line play is probably second most important. We've seen pretty good there. So it's easy to get caught up in the score and the results and all that kind of stuff. But the Seahawks winning or losing this game has very little correlation with whether they're going to be on the way back up to a contending team. Um, the play of the offensive and defensive line and the coverage has a lot more correlation with them being a strong team. So for those of you that are Barton non-believers like me, oh, is that Ken Walker for receiving the? Yeah, Ken Walker receiving the kick. I'm curious about this. Let's see what this looks like. Decent return. Looked pretty much like DJ Dallas. I wouldn't say there's a lot better there. Hopefully, you guys can hear me okay. I think I was not on my AirPods for some reason, so hopefully, maybe this sounds a little bit better. If it doesn't, let me know. Oh, Travis Homer. I mean, why? Good. That's an old Seahawks play. Nice little wheel route out of there. So that is a play that they put in for Russell years ago. They keep coming back. Um, sorry, I was not on my AirPods the whole time. I thought it was. The Zoom didn't pick it up. But this is where they swing over a tight end. It's usually a deep throw, but it's nice to have that alternate with the wheel route coming out to vacate that spot. And that's something like it would just be nice to see if we could have some more outlet power. I do. That is a perfect example of good result, bad decision. Like you do not want to be rolling out and then throw across your body inside to the teeth of the defense. Like that's not a high percentage throw and it has a high percentage chance to get picked. 2nd and 7. Let's see if we can get some movement. Let's get a couple first downs. There's the handoff. Travis Homer with a huge hole. Oh, that's nice to see. If that's Rashad Penny, it's a touchdown. I don't say that lightly. I mean, I gave Penny crap for years, but that guy, once he gets into the second level, is gone. And Travis Homer, he literally ran right into somebody. Like, but that's nice. I would like to see Noah Fant with a decent kick out block there. That's to the right side. So I'm gonna rewind myself because they did not show me the angle I wanted to see. I want to see who was blocking on that. Okay, here we go. Oops. My TV is giving me trouble. Hold on one sec. Okay. Oh my God. Oh my God. Hold on. Oh my God. That was Abe Lucas. Holy shit. Do yourself a favor and watch 72 on the right side of that play. Holy shit. He just he pile drove a guy like 8 yards downfield. Holy shit. So the tight end, no offense, on the far part of the line. So 72 is the second guy from the right. Watch him on this play. Oh, he just plants the dude. Oh, that's good to see. That is good to see. Holy shit. Abe Lucas is our third round pick. Like yes, he is our like bookend like tackle. So we've got Charles Cross, our first round pick on the left side. Abe Lucas is the guy we want to be on the right side. If both of them are there, we've got bookend tackles for years. I got a tweet about that.
The run game looked really good early.
Yeah.
Other than that 31.
All right. Let's see. Good to see you, Alana. Please, no, all caps. You know the rules. Oh yeah, you're gonna get full all language. This is if nothing, at least PG-13 broadcast. Another hand. Oh, another big hole. This is so good to see. That was off the left side.
I don't know how he missed this.
Mm. There's Charles Cross teaming with Lewis. A great kick out by Noah Fant. Nice blocking by, I think that was, oh, that's Penny Hart. Luckily, hopefully Penny Hart's not hurt. There's a swing to Penny Hart. Oh, geez, Louise. This is not the offense that can afford a lot of negative plays. Their negative plays need to be like 2nd and 9, not 2nd and 12. Yeah, our Seahawks screen game has never been strong. We put some of that on Russ in the past. It'll be interesting to see if how much it was him. Good pass pro. Gino doing a stupid spin. If he had caught it, it would have been 3 yards. Third and 12. That's what happens when the Seahawks get 2nd and 12. Is Gino doing crazy spins behind the line when there's no pressure and hoping for a desperation throw that would have gained 3 yards and was off target. All right, good pass pro again, and then he throws it way short of the line to gain. I mean, that's cowardly football, if you ask me. Like, there's no point to throwing that pass. They had no chance of getting that first down. Here comes Jason Myers to miss his field goal. I see a comment there. I don't see that's a Pete decision about the throw. I think that's a quarterback decision. I told you. Oh, he went in. Jason Myers is such a piece of shit. God, why is he still on this team making the money he's making? Like, that's annoying to me. There should be that money should be funneled to, even if it's a free agent that you're taking a flyer on, like, I don't know, linebacker, for example. Like, get me a linebacker with that money that you're paying Jason Myers and get some rookie kicker in here. Like, we don't need one of the highest paid kickers in the league. Like, of course we don't. He's not even good. But if you could go get a linebacker that gets paid 3 to 4 million a year, you could get a pretty good linebacker for that. And maybe he ends up being part of the long-term solution. So I don't know, man. We joke about the Jason Myers things, but I honestly am pretty pissed that he's still on the team. You know, you could have gained 4 or 5 million in cap space. There's just no reason for him to be there. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the trade for Roquan. I mean, I love Roquan, but I don't think that the Seahawks should be. They just got out of paying a linebacker 20 million a year. I don't want to be paying inside linebackers 20 million a year. Or I mean, he's not. I don't know if he's going to get that, but he's going to get. He's an All Pro level player. You want you want your highest paid players taking the most part of your cap to be pass rushers, cornerbacks, quarterbacks, offensive linemen. That's where you want your money going. Now, of course, wide receiver is also one of those positions, but like linebacker, and especially inside linebacker, is one of the last places you want that to be spent. Um, I'd want that before safety, which unfortunately is where a lot of our money's going, but there can be great safeties. But yeah, I don't know. I really like the guy, but
maybe if the Seahawks had their quarterback and were, one player away, he's the kind of guy you go after and get. Now's not the time. They need to see what they've got. What I would have agreed is they should have drafted a inside linebacker. They should have signed one of the million that were out there that they could have gotten, and they just went with Cody Barton. They believe in Cody Barton, and I do not. That's good coverage. That's good coverage. All right, let's see if Wosu can have some impact here. This is our most expensive free agent. There's Nick Bellore. I bet you Nick Bellore will play better inside linebacker than Cody Barton. I'm predicting that. He's especially against the run. I think he's a better inside linebacker than Cody Barton against the run. Let's see. No, there he got pretty pushed back, but he wasn't out of position at least. Thank you, Kadia, for Michael Jackson at left corner out here. I did not see that. No pressure at all. Brian Monet, a little bit. Oh, there's Kobe Bryant on the tackle, but I'm pretty sure that was Belore. I did. You notice I said against the run. I didn't say he was good at coverage. Yeah, so there's 30. That's Mike Jackson. Would be nice to see, and there's Marquise Blair back there. It'd be nice to see some coverage actually make a play. So far, we've seen one. Tariq Woolen made one play. Otherwise, we've not seen good coverage, or playmaking coverage from anybody. Decent tackle there by Kobe Bryant. Bryant's a little bit smaller than I thought he was. I thought he was a little bit thicker of a body type. You can just tell by the way he carries himself. The guy's got a lot of confidence, though. So 2nd and 7. Oh man, there's Mike Jackson on coverage. A lot of space. He was not right there. He was pretty far off coverage there. Yeah, I don't know. That's a big, big buffer between player and cornerback in the NFL. That's wide open by NFL standards. There's decent. That's decent coverage. Mike Jackson with him the whole way. Oh, it looks like the refs giving him a little bit of a warning there. Yeah, that was great coverage. All right, so they're back into third down. Let's see if they can get off the field here. Marquise Blair has looked like he's playing a safety spot right now. Third and 4. Third mid. This is the play if you don't want to give up points. This is the play you got to make. Oh, God darn it. Now that was pretty good coverage, and receiver's just a big dude. I see this people saying Jackson is terrible. I don't know. Like he's literally right there, and the guy's just longer, his longer arms, passes high. Like that was pretty good coverage. I don't have a lot of issue with that. You have to make the perfect throw, and you have to have the perfect body type, and catch it away from your body like that. It's a good play. Now inside run. Nice to see Kobe Bryant get in there. Inside rush. Ooh. Oh, what a terrible tackle, Nick Ballore. For God's sakes. I think they might have a penalty on going low on the quarterback because it looked like tackle went down toward his knees. It looked like it could have hurt him. I don't know if he's on the ground because they haven't shown us yet, but that looked dangerous. A lot of time, no pressure. Oh, no! Josh Jones drops the interception, made the great break on the ball, read the play. That's what you got to do. But you know what? It's nice to see someone running at at the Steelers instead of just receiving. So I mean that was pretty much thrown right to him, but still, he's seeing it. He's there because he put himself there, not because that was not as bad of a throw as it looked. Josh Jones actually read the play well, so I give credit to Jones on that. Would have been nice for him to catch it. Here's a corner blitz, and it runs right by it. That was Jones on the blitz, a safety blitz, I should have said, and tackling is awful. There's Ballore missing another tackle. There's a good tackle by Josh Jones. Yeah, you're not going to get me saying a bunch of nice things about Nick Ballore as a linebacker. I just was basically meaning to clown Cody Barton a little bit because if the guy that plays fullback and is your special teams specialist is a better linebacker than you as a third round pick or whatever Barton was. Anyway, linebacker play has been non-existent so far for the Seahawks. Ugh. If you haven't already, give the show a like. Click subscribe. Would love to have you join up. Um, doing another Real Hawk Talk show this week. People giving their points of view on what we saw in this game, which so far has been pretty predictably hard to watch. I think, the biggest disappointment so far by far is just the play of the defense overall. It's you're hoping to see more flashes, more guys that were going to be playmakers. Not looking like that now. You're missing Jordan Brooks. That's a big deal. You're missing, Sidney Jones and Artie Burns. But you're hoping that your young corners were going to stand up and look great. So far, they haven't. One of them's given up a touchdown. Another one gave up another touchdown by blown coverage. So, Justin Coleman's looked like ass. You don't have your safeties. Diggs and Adams are going to be a big part of this defense. They're making a ton of money, and that's not by accident. I wouldn't say that nothing's been good. I think the offensive line play has been really good. Like, I think the offensive line play has been borderline great. So that's a really big deal. Um, Other than that, remember you don't have Rashad Penny playing, you don't have DK Metcalf playing, you don't have Tyler Lockett playing, you know, you don't have Jamal Adams playing or Quandre Diggs. So like, I wouldn't get too worked up about all that. But yeah, there haven't been as many standout moments as you would hope from the new guys. There's Cody Barton. I've been told Cody Barton's great in coverage. Uh, that looked fantastic how he left the guy wide open for a first down. I will use this platform to continually drag Cody Barton until he proves me wrong. Yeah. See if Boye Mafe can get again. Oh, ooh, that was good coverage. Hand came down. That was Mike Jackson. He got sealed off, but man, he made a play on the ball. That was pretty solid. That wasn't a good angle, but his hand came in there and knocked that ball away. Oh, no, it didn't. I gave him too much credit. That was just a straight drop. So take that away from Mike Jackson. That was not a pass defense as far as I'm concerned. It looked like it. Oh man. God, how like that's a bad sign. Like when they had like a run blitz. They were all coming to the line up the middle. They ran it up the middle and they still broke through. And you got Puna Ford, one of your starters in there. That's pretty crappy. I see the comment about Wagner being washed as a sarcastic thing. Like, I don't know that anybody thought Wagner was washed, and maybe some Twitter smartasses, but like he was making 20 million a year, and he's clearly on the downside of his career. He's not the player he was. You are not a Super Bowl contender. I don't know that $20 million to Bobby Wagner this year is a good place to allocate your cap space. So like it was just time for him to move on. I think it's just as simple as that. I think Bobby Wagner is going to be a good player for the Rams this year. I wish he was playing for some other team, but I wish him well. But I think it would have been a mistake for the Seahawks to keep him on the team. It's the wrong time in their rebuild to have that kind of money going to an inside linebacker who's on the wrong side of 30 and declining. Like they need to find who's going to take that spot. This is the time to do. Kobe Bryant in the slot. Oh, oh man. Man, there are a lot of chances of turnovers on that drive. You had Josh Jones dropping what should have been a pick six. You had a fumble that wasn't recovered. And there again was a potential turnover. Uh, that was a pretty tough catch. I mean, the guy's hands came over his. So, yeah, I wouldn't expect him to catch that, but it would have been nice. Give the show a like if you haven't, guys. We appreciate it. Click subscribe. What do they say? Smash the like button is what I'm watching my son watch YouTube shows. Can I say anything else that's super obnoxious and annoying? I'm sure I will find a way. But appreciate that. Click subscribe. Head over to patreon.com/hawkblogger. Join the crew long term, and our proceeds go to charity. So donated over $200,000 to charity over the years, and going to make our donation again pretty soon. So I'd love to have you join the community and help support good causes in doing so. Yeah, I know I was muted, guys. I was talking to my wife, so didn't think you wanted to hear all that. You guys should be able to hear me now. Yes, I'm here. I'm here. If you still can't hear me, let me know, but you should be able to hear me now. All right, here is the kickoff now. Who's returning? That looks like DJ Dallas. 31, yeah. Ooh, block in the back. Are they going to call it? Nope. Oh my God. Talk about misleading. 6 of 7. But of course, that's like 4 yards per throw or something like that. Um, sorry, bad math. 7.6 yards per pass per attempt for Gino. Oh, no one covered there. Swing out to Walker. Let's see. That was good. I'm glad to see him catch it. I'm glad to see him run it. I can't say I've been super impressed by Walker so far. Like, I'm not saying I'm having any negative point of view, but like, looks like a fine running back. I'm not seeing like great burst. I'm not seeing like a lot of great wiggle. That's a good move. But he didn't get by the guy. I mean, the reason I'm saying that is people hype him up like this guy is going to be the next great running back. I'm not sure I'm seeing like all pro type of movement from him. Look at the right side of the line. Lucas, that's good blocking. Look at that. That's Abe Lucas there, just completely washing the guy down the line. That's good. That's really encouraging. Roll out, deep throw here. Oh, baby, we caught one. No, no, he's out of bounds. Noah Fant, they're saying he was out of bounds. Oh, no. Uh, that's a good pass. Oh my God, dude. That is something that Noah Fant has to take responsibility for. There was plenty of room for him to drag a foot, be aware of the sideline. He looked like he had no idea where he was on the field. All he had to do is stutter step, even. Like, there's plenty of ways to keep his feet in bounds. Oh, no. Let's see that pass a little off. I think it was a little behind Melton, but still, that should have been caught and been a first down. Yeah, I mean, if you're a rookie receiver, especially a seventh round pick, uh, you got to make the catch if it hits your hands. I don't care if you don't get the first down in that case because maybe it's off target, but you got to catch every ball that hits your hands. Well, it has been a pretty dismal half from a results perspective. Definitely good news on the offensive line. Oh, catching somebody. God damn it. For God's sakes. I mean, when the ball gets tipped up in the air in the middle of the field, somebody's got to be there to make that play. I mean, your linebackers didn't get enough depth. Your safeties didn't come anyway. That's just disappointing. Oh, shocker. Cody Barton. Step slow. Oh! They call it a touchdown. That is not a touchdown. That's an incomplete pass. I love that. There's the ref looking at him. He's like, touchdown? Maybe? Touchdown? I hope that was a touchdown. That'd be funny. Nice play, Alton Robinson. Yeah. All right, 3rd and 10. Get off the friggin' field. Yeah, oh, damn it. Please. Okay, thank you, Kobe Bryant. That was nice to see. How many times have we seen a Seahawk have a player a yard and a half short of the sticks on 3rd down and they can't make them go backwards? Like that's a good tackle. Oh, Alton Robinson almost got him again, but Alton's showing up. Alton is showing up, and he did a good job of not driving him into the ground. He like let go because otherwise that would have been roughing the passer. But like, watch this. Before he comes down, hands go off. Yeah. Well, Alton Robinson's showing up. That's nice to see. He's got 2 quarterback hits. Seahawks have 5 overall in the first half. Now, I told you I thought the offensive line's playing well. There has been 1 quarterback hit for the Steelers the entire half. One. Uh, so I think that's a pretty good sign. Now, granted, there's only been 11 dropbacks, but that's still a pretty decent. That's it's pretty decent rate. So that's good to see. Gino is sitting there at an 87.1 passer rating, and if either of those passes that he just threw that should have been caught had been caught, he'd probably be in the mid 90s, I would guess. So, he's kind of doing what you'd expect and look for. Like, he's not, I think the thing is, he's probably going to be a guy that can help you get field goals more than touchdowns. Um, but we'll see. And we're going to see what Drew Lock looks like. I can't wait. Drew Lock plays like some good half and everyone gets super excited. Let's see. But man, good point. The time to bring up D. Eskridge. Yet to take a snap during training camp. 2nd-round pick last year, our top pick last year. Supposed to be a big part of this offense and has not been. So just frustrating. Super frustrating. I'm sick of it. I want that guy on the field. Um, Now, the funny thing is, I'm actually more interested in Jacob Eason than Locke, just because, not that I think he's good. I don't think he's going to be good. But at least Eason hasn't really had 3 years of playing quarterback in the NFL or starting, so you don't know exactly what you're going to get there. I think Locke has some upside for sure, but I think his ceiling is a lot lower based on what he's already done in the NFL. Great time to give the show a like. 2-minute warning here. Takes 2 seconds. Uh, at halftime, I will keep the stream going, but I will probably turn off my camera, take a little break. So I'll come back in a little bit. Steelers are punting. I wasn't sure if they were going to punt. I thought they might go for it. Is this their first punt? Ooh, it's a decent return. Decent return. That is Cade Johnson out of South Dakota State. All right, boys. 2-minute warning. Let's see what the 2-minute offense looks like. We get a couple first downs at least. Is that like possible? Cody Barton seems pretty happy for a guy that's played like shit for half of football. Gino's got his man. Nice pass. There's Melton, right? Yeah, 81. Yeah, let's move it, boys. Let's see what you look like in the hurry up. Oh, dump it over the middle. Damn it, Gino. He's late. Like, you had your first down right there. Make the pass, move it the chains. He's late and it gets slapped down. Good pass protection by Haynes. I mean, you threw it directly into the guy. I mean, what do you expect? Good pass protect. Oh, Gino. He's going to get the first down at least. Someone grab him, please. For God's sakes. DK, come on, man. Drop your drink. Help your quarterback not slip. Phil Haynes looked like he got beat a little bit on that play. I'm not going to lie. Yep, that was Phil Haynes. It wasn't a terrible beat, but it wasn't great. But I mean, still, there was decent amount of time in the pocket. Here we go again. Drop off to Travis Homer. That's a good play. Got plenty of time here, guys. Got plenty of time. There's nothing wrong with taking 6-7 yards over the middle in 2-minute warning plays. There's the inside handoff. Nice play call. Love it. Get outside, get out of bounds. Travis Homer's had a nice half. It's so hard sometimes because Homer's not doing anything that's spectacular. He's had massive holes to run through. But he's doing his job. So kudos to him. He's caught the ball when it's thrown to him. He's made like the most of some of those yards. Another open play. Oh, nice. There's K. Johnson. Big catch. Those are throws that you don't see Russell making as much. I'm not saying Gino is better than Russ, but those like deep crosses like that, those deep posts like that, that was not Russell's favorite place to throw the ball. And I think that DK might benefit from that a little bit this season. Like, that's a nice throw. Really good stuff. O-line's doing their job. Like, again, I think the whole half, O-line looked, I'd give the O-line like A minus. Like, I think they've been really good running the ball, pass protecting. Been pretty happy with what I've seen. All right, give the show a like. I'm sitting here having to combat uh, spam. Almost to 100 likes. Would love to see it go over 100, guys and gals. There we go. Thank you. Oh, Parkinson was there. Pass was not. What's he wearing around his neck? What is that? Yeah, I mean, again, it was good for protection. He just didn't even put it anywhere near his frame to be able to make that catch. There's the inside handoff. Oh, he's gonna get close. Gonna get close. Another in. Oh, he's gonna be a fake. Gino, run it in, dude. Run it in. There we go. Touchdown, Seahawks. I mean, he had three different ways to score a touchdown. He finally picked one, so give him credit for that. All right, but hey, all that, a lot of shitty stuff. The Seahawks are going to be down by, well, they're probably going to be down by 8 points because Jason Myers will miss the extra point. But there you go, Gino. Just freaking do it, man. I love that they got the time that says they got the 10th of a second, but it's not used. So there's no reason that it should be 21.0 since they're not showing that actually be used. But, you know. And, oh, he barely made it. All right. Seahawks are down by one touchdown. You know, if you told me that to begin with, I would say, oh, all right. All right. Nice, decent 2-minute drill. Man, Gino's got some chains on, man. Look at that. That is popping. Woo! I like that. I'd be lying if I said I didn't just switch the channel to the Mariners game with Julio up to bat with 2 men on. That pigeon should be careful because Julio could absolutely just end that thing's existence. Yeah. So here's some numbers to think about. Gino ends the half 10 of 15 for 101 yards, 6.7 yards per throw, no touchdowns, no interceptions, been sacked once for 6 yards, which is clearly his fault, 85.7 rating. Overall, 12 rushes for 68 yards, 5.7 yards per rush. Kenneth Walker's the lowest of those, 3.8 yards per rush. He got 10.3 for Travis Homer, so that's helping a lot. And then receiving wise, you got Noah Fant with a couple catches. Should have had more than that. Oh my God, the tackling has been so bad. For God's sakes. I think that's going to be it. I'm going to go eat some dinner, my fam. Other highlights statistically, Alton Robinson with a couple quarterback hits this half, 4 passes defense. So we will be back at halftime in the third quarter. We will see you soon. Stick around, give the show a like, and go Hawks. Hey folks, I am back. Second half has started. Just got the kickoff, and your savior, Drew Lock, is here to play quarterback. So let's see what Mr. Lock can do. I know that everyone's going to overreact to whatever he does, so it should be fun. Rolls out. Easy pass. Ooh, nice move by Mr. Melton, and he's off to the races! Oh, he cuts inside. That's a big gain of probably 45 yards. And everyone's going to be like, hey, Drew Lock is amazing. He threw to a wide open player 7 yards downfield, but it'll go in the books as like a 45-yard pass on his first completion. But, well-executed play. Didn't see a lot of that in the first half. Handoff to DJ Dallas. Oh, he's still on his feet. Hey, way to keep your feet, young one. Who do we got on the line? I didn't see. There's Kyle Fuller. Oh, he's playing center. Charles Cross is still in there. That's great. I love to see that. Curran's playing right guard, it looks like. Lucas is playing right tackle. And I think that might be Phil Haynes on left guard. Second and 5. Oh, good cutback by Dallas. Yeah, it is Phil Haynes, and he did a nice job blocking down the field. DJ Dallas ran behind him and Charles Cross for a first down. Hey, 2 first downs on 1 drive. We don't get this kind of goodness. All right, first and 10. 23-yard line. Tight formation. Stacked up top. Here's Derek Young in motion, and they hand off to DJ Dallas. Did a nice job letting the traffic kind of clear in front of him. Dive ahead for 5 yards, probably. Yeah, he looks like Michael Robinson there. No wonder Michael Robinson likes him. So that was run to the left side. I think that was, again, Phil Haynes and Charles Cross doing a nice job. Second and 6, a 4-yard gain. Oh, he sees someone he likes. Oh, he put it on Parkinson's hands. Parkinson had it, but good defense there. I mean, he had to have had a chance to come down with it, but they hit him before he could really control it. So good pass. Really, really, really good pass. Really good pass. Over the defender, right into his hands. I think Parkinson still should have caught that. He closed his hands because I think he felt the hit that was coming. So he closed his hands a little early, but still would have caught it if he hadn't have been hit. 3rd and 6 now. There's a good pass in stride. There's Derek Young. He's a big target, that guy. He's just a big dude. Derek Young, for those curious, is 6'2", 224. That's a big dude. All right, 1st and goal. See if we can run this in. Hand off to Dallas. Oh, it was almost there. This is an interesting group they've got in there, other than Kyle Fuller. Jake Curran at guard. Lucas at tackle. Haynes at guard. Cross at tackle. I mean, they're basically saying to Phil Haynes, we're gonna give you a shot here. He got starter snaps. He's now getting snaps at the other guard position. I think the returns are going to be pretty positive. 4 yard line, second and goal. Play fake. Lofts it up. Nice decision. Good choice by Locke. That was the only way that play was going to happen. Also gave it a chance to be picked off, which wasn't great, but I think it was a good throw. Yeah, good defense. But like I think the play was pretty much dead. Yes, Kyle 0.0 Fuller is a good nickname for him, dude. That is I love that. Oh, he's got him. Touchdown, Seahawks. It's almost a tie ball game. Is that Derek Young again? It is. The big boy in the middle. He's turning into like an interesting story. Seventh round pick. Almost a tight end sized body in a receiver who's also capable of being a running back. Great throw by Drew Lock. Nice drive by Drew Lock. I can talk all the shit I want about Drew Lock or Cody Barton, and I guarantee you I will be the first person to compliment them when they do something well. I don't need to be right. I don't take any pride in being right about someone being bad. I will always be happy to be wrong about somebody. So Drew Lock, dunk on me, like play great. That'd be fun to watch. Um, but I thought Lock played well. Now, just to be totally upfront, he's going against different defenders than what Gino went against. So it's a factor. It's a factor when you got second or third string defensive line and second or third string secondary players and linebackers. So it does matter, but he made nice throws. I thought those were accurate throws. They were mostly on time. I thought he had a couple decisions to make. I thought they were good decisions. Um, so yeah, good on Drew. Oh, Mariners. Come on. Freaking Marco Gonzalez. That guy drives me nuts. All right, plenty of time. Man. Mariners 0 for 4 with runners in scoring position. Not cool. Man, wouldn't it be nice if Jesse Winker could actually just start being a good player again? He looked so bad this year. All right, back to Seahawks talk. So, tie ball game. Nice to see. People are looking for numbers on this. Drew Lock was 3 of 5 for 55 yards, one touchdown. First touchdown pass of the preseason for the Seahawks. 137.5 passer rating. Put him, put the gold jacket on him. DJ Dallas, 4 carries for 18 yards, 4.5 yards per. That's nice to see. Um, that Bo Melton, Kenny Pickett, that's the guy, the only first round pick quarterback. Really curious to see what he looks like. This is a guy that. Oh wait, I gotta hear Michael Bennett interview Pete Carroll. I'm gonna be quiet for a second. Uh oh. Uh oh. Uh oh. That was a nice play design. And the Seahawks did not play it well. So, bunch of new guys in on defense. Number 50 that you just saw there is Vi Jones. So, this gives you some idea. Like, Vi Jones is not going to be a Seahawk. Uh, and he's who's in for the Seahawks. You can imagine the Steelers have got their version of Vi Jones playing defense against Drew Lock's offense. So, and the Seahawks had their first team offense out there for the most part, at least for the preseason. First team offensive line for the most part, other than Kyle Fuller. Oh, there's Vi Jones again. And there is it Joey Blount? Yeah. You're into some like not so great names. I mean, you still got Miles Adams in there. He's a guy who's hoping to make this roster for sure. Oh. So defense, that's probably gonna be hard to assess much in the second half based on who they got out there. I think I saw Tariq was back out there at corner, so maybe we'll get to see some coverage that'll be indicative. Yeah, there's Tariq, and Mike Jackson is at top, and Kobe Bryant is in the slot. So I think those are probably the main things to watch here. Mafe is in the bottom there, so if you can get some decent push, decent bull rush there by Mafe. I mean, do Blanco and Gotel like, come on. Hopefully someone flashes, but really we've got specific guys we're looking at this point, not really overall quality of the defensive play. Oh, they're saying he's out of bounds. Well, he never signaled touchdown, so I don't know why you're saying yes. Run defense has been pretty bad all night. The tackling's been pretty bad all night. I mean, he's out two different ways, I'm pretty sure. Look at that face. Touchdown, right? Kenny Pickett, if you don't remember, is went to school in Pittsburgh, so you know the hometown kid essentially. Well, they're going for two. It looks like maybe. This is on. Ooh. Uh, I think they're going to look at whether he was down before he reached over. Look, see knees down there. I think he's short. Let's take a look from that angle, the other angle. Oh man, this is tough sport, dude. Getting your throat ripped out while you're reaching for the goal line. Can we see a replay? Like I like Clint Hurt, but let's see a replay. All you got to do is hit rewind and press play. Come on. I mean, it's like this is basic stuff.
The whole right side of the bottom box.
I know, like just show a replay. That picture, oh my god. That picture. That's like one of the funniest pictures I've ever seen. I love that picture. Oh, so they confirmed it as a touchdown. Okay, well, I'm glad we all got to see the replay to confirm for ourselves. That's nice. I mean, whatever. Ugh, not great. Ugh. Mariners, come on. Well, that was not a great start for the defense, but so be it. Whether I think the defense or the offense is better so far, I mean, like, I'd say the offense because I think the offensive line has been the best part of the game so far. There's been almost no real glaring mistakes from the offensive line, which is just great to see. I think we've seen some promise from some of the young receivers. Melton had a nice play. Derek Young's had some nice plays. Um, Noah Fant could have had 3 catches if he, kept his foot in bounds. Um, I thought, Travis Homer's played pretty well. Does that mean I think the offense is better than the defense for the Seahawks? No, I don't. Doesn't mean I think it's for sure worse, but like, I'm not going to say that based off of a game where you're not seeing DK Metcalf or Tyler Lockett or Rashad Penny, where you're not seeing Jamal Adams or Quandre Diggs or Sidney Jones or Artie Burns. You're not seeing Jordan Brooks. Like, I mean, I think it's pointless to kind of say which one's better, but I can talk about it for this game. And yeah, Drew Lock looked good. Like, I mean, like I said, I thought he played. I wouldn't say he's like played amazing, but he played as well as you'd hope he would play. He made the throws you should make. He made some throws that weren't easy to make. That was good. It's nice and made no stupid mistakes. Like the Drew Lock that I saw a lot in Denver. Like this guy was just as likely to throw an interception as he was to throw a touchdown. And you want a Super Bowl with a quarterback, you need a guy that's likely 3-1 at a minimum, hopefully 4 or 5-1 touchdown to interception ratio. So, Locke will have to be a very, very different player to have that kind of ratio. He's had some things like that. Like I think he had a season where or a stretch where it was like 2-1, which is fine. Like that's definitely doable. But but you really would like to be closer to 3-1 at least. There's the kick. Let's see who's returning this time. It looks like 36. That would be Bubba Bolden? No. I think there's two 36s. That's Darwin Thompson, a running back out of Utah State. He is 25, so he's 3 years in the league already. Not a rookie. All right, let's see if Drew Lock comes back out here and looks great again. See if the offensive line's still the same group. See Kyle Fuller's number. I see Abe Lucas's number on the right side. Oh, they have Stone Forsythe in at left tackle. Still have Phil Haynes at left guard. So Stone Forsythe, 78's in at left tackle. Looks like Curran's in at right guard still. So from left to right, you've got Forsythe, Haynes, Kyle Fuller, Jake Curran, and then Abe Lucas, I believe, is still in the right tackle spot. Wasn't positive, but I think so. Yes, Abe Lucas, confirmed. So this is what you want. You want to be able to have a running game that gains 5-6 yards, 4 to 6 yards. Like, that's huge. Nice quick pass. I mean, these are the quick game stuff that the Seahawks have just lacked so much of in at times, and it gets so annoying when it's against you. It's like it's hard to cover that stuff where it's you're trying to take away a 3 to 5 yard gain with the pass. That's tough, and it's nice to see it going for the Seahawks here a little bit. Those are higher percentage throws, and they should open up some other throws. And some play action off that, some bootleg. There's a hands off, and there's goes DJ Dallas still going. I mean, guys, you got to be happy about the way the line's blocking. I mean, DJ's looking good, but like he was how many yards before he got touched? I mean, he still hasn't been touched. That's blocking, guys. Like when you're 8 yards downfield before you're touched, that's blocking. So I'm it's good. He made the good read. He ran through contact and got like probably 3 or 4 yards after contact, which is good. But an NFL running back should have gotten every bit of what he got. Looking to hand it off again. Maybe we got a false start. That's worth mentioning. We are 4:37 left in the third quarter of this game. That is the first false start against the offensive line. Brand new offensive line, right? That's huge. We haven't had a holding penalty yet. Like those are all signs like of an offensive line that's pretty comfortable and winning the battle. Like sometimes you have offensive lines that aren't even giving up sacks or hits, but they're getting a bunch of holding penalties because they're overmatched. We're not seeing that. So let's see what Drew does getting behind the sticks. The Gino had a couple of these situations and the offense struggled. So they're going to run it in 1st and 15, which not usually a great decision, but got maybe 4 yards. Second and 11. Sitting here at the 47-yard line. Decent pocket. That's his first throw. That was not good. Wasn't an easy throw, but that was not a good throw. Short and a little behind the he didn't really step into this one. Ooh, it got deflected. Got deflected. Okay. All right. All right, 3rd and 11. No. No. Never, ever, ever had a chance. Not a great throw, even if it did. Really crappy play call. Not thrilled with that. But so here's a point. I mean, Gino had a number of drives where they got behind the sticks, 2nd and 12s, that kind of thing, and those are the ones that stalled. So Drew Lock has his first one where he gets behind the sticks and they don't get a first down. So like those are tough situations, and they're particularly tough for a team that's really dependent on running the ball. So yeah, just calling that out. But the it might seem like a nitpick, but I'm just gonna point it out. That throw that Locke made on 3rd down, whether or not I like the play call, which I don't, the way that he threw that, the inaccuracy of that throw, like leading into the line of scrimmage and away from the running, like that's a turnover potential throw that can be a pick six kind of play that you just can't have. And he's just had those in his career. Like, so it was a turnover potential play. It turned out not to be, thankfully, but wasn't great. All right, come on, Mariners, got to run back. Let's see if they can keep it going. Daddy Suarez, good vibes with the home run. See if Big Dumper can get a big hit here. Yeah, I think the other thing that's going to be interesting to watch with Locke is how he does with pressure, because no quarterback's going to be without pressure. And I think that he didn't handle the pressure super well. It wasn't like terrible. I wouldn't say there's anything awful, but he did not look comfortable in the pocket in those situations. So give the show a like if you can, if you haven't already, and click subscribe. Would appreciate it. Giving you double coverage of both the Seahawks and the Mariners. Cal Raleigh with a double play ball. You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. All right, back to the Seahawks. Pittsburgh ball. I got to tell you, kid, you don't want to take a picture with your finger in front of the camera. Wow, Michael Bennett is really focused on the Russell Wilson thing. Is Tyler Lockett tweezing his eyebrows now? Like, what's going on with that? I don't know. He's got like this shape thing going on. Oh, hey, tackle. Somebody please tackle. Ugo Amadi in there, 28. I feel like Ugo Amadi is the Drew Lock of nickel cornerbacks. Like, I think we know what his ceiling is, and it's not good enough. Oh, make a tackle. There we go. All right. That is not Deshaun Shed. That is Joey Blount, number 35. It's hard to get used to all these numbers that used to mean different things for that era. Turning over. 39 is not Brandon Browner. That is Tariq Woolen, although similar height. Definitely different speed. 3rd and 6. Can the Seahawks get off the field? Decent pressure. Get that guy. Oh! Woo! Vi Jones says, "Hey, pay attention. I'm here, boys." I love that. I mean, I know how they protect quarterbacks and all. I wish there was more ragdolling quarterbacks again. Like, it's just so fun. It's nice to see. There's some pressure that made the quarterback flush the pocket, and Jones was there to clean it up. So good for him. Isaac's asking why they won't show replays. True, like probably one of the best defensive plays of the night for the Seahawks. I'm sure they will, but they'll show it like maybe as we go to break. Be smart. Be smart. That's okay. Here we go. Oh, baby. That's nice. Hey, JP with a hit? I didn't know he did that anymore. And now we got Swaggerty up. Come on, turn the lineup over, Swaggerty. Let's get Julio up here. That would be so big if JP could get back to being even like a 270 hitter. I mean, lineup's different when he's somewhat of a decent hitter. Man, Haggerty hitting 323. That's just wild. 4 home runs. That's crazy. Come on, Swags. Oh! Oh, man, that was a vicious hack. He killed somebody with that hack. I don't know what's going on there. I do not approve of anything I'm seeing in the hat department. Apologies if the Seahawks stuff's on. I'm watching this AB for right now. I'll switch back after this pitch. Oof. All right, good. Still commercial. Oh, and 2. Come on, Swaggies. All right, here we go. Seahawks heading to the line. I'm nothing if not dedicated here. Big opportunity here for the Seahawks to get back in the game. Play action. He's looking deep. Makes the decision to check it down. Nice little cut there. That is Aaron Fuller, who had the horrible decision on the punt earlier. Wow. We've lost the play clock again, so we have no idea how much time is left on the play clock. But 2nd and 1, good chance to run the ball here, pick up the first down. Ooh, and more. DJ Dallas. Love that. That's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter. Yeah. So let's see here. Some statistics. DJ Dallas is now up to 56 yards on 8 carries, 7 yards per carry, long of 18. Seahawks have 124 yards in the ground on 20 rushes, 6.2 yards a carry. And unlike, the Russell Wilson years early on, these are not quarterback yards. These are running back yards. Obviously, Geno had 9 yards, but that's not obviously a big part of this story. Passing wise, both quarterbacks have done reasonably well, similar numbers. Drew Lock's got the 1 touchdown pass. Geno Smith had the 1 touchdown run. Drew Lock's passer rating is higher, 127.1, largely because he's got the touchdown pass and because he's got more yards per throw. So he's at 7.8. Geno is at 6.7. Now, a big part of that is Bo Melton catching an 8-yard pass and taking it for 39 yards. So let's not forget that. But Drew Lock has made some nice throws. So there's that. We're through 3 quarters, folks. Pittsburgh Steelers have 1 sack and 2 quarterback hits. And that's on what is now 25 dropbacks. So that's pretty good. And actually, I think at least one of Geno's runs, maybe both of them, were dropbacks. So you could probably call it 27 dropbacks. So that's pretty good. Receiving wise, Bo Melton's the leading receiver, 2 catches for 47 yards. 39 was the big one. Derek Young has 3 catches and 4 targets. He has got the 1 touchdown. So that's good. As far as defense goes, Vi Jones now has 4 tackles and a sack. So he's tied for the lead in tackles. Josh Jones is the other. I think one of the stories of the game on defense has been missed tackles. A lot of missed tackles. Seahawks do have 6 quarterback hits. So, triple what Pittsburgh has. They have 2 sacks. So that's good. No turnovers though. No takeaways. You'd like to see some takeaways from this for the Seahawks. There's a play action down the middle. That's what you want to see. And there's Derek Young again. I mean, he's having a nice game. This guy, he's got a little bit of the David Moore vibe. He's cut. Look at that guy. He's ripped. He's a big, big dude. David Moore is 2 inches smaller and probably 15 pounds lighter. There's a handoff to DJ Dallas. Looks like he's going to get about 4 yards. Look at him fighting. You'd love to see that. Phil Haynes has played the whole game. He whiffed there, it looks like. Let's see what happens. Did he recover? He recovered pretty nicely. Jake Curran, look at him. That's the block right there. That was the block that made a difference. Curran moves, guys. He's a big dude. He's more strong than big, really. And there's DJ. Breaks a tackle in for the score. Nice play. And again, this is about the thing that gets lost, and I give Locke credit, is the timing of that. He got rid of it quickly. It wasn't like he was focused on holding the ball downfield. He had to get it downfield. He quickly just saw, okay, I'm just going to take the easy pass on time to my running back as he made the outbreaking cut, and he gave his running back a chance to do something with it. And as much as Russell did so many things well, he sucked at that. Drove me so crazy. It was such an easy skill. I don't know why he never picked that up, but he was so stubborn about looking for the big play down the field. If he would decide to drop it down, it would be too late. So, tough play, but there's Travis Homer. All right. Drew Lock ties it up. Good drive there for the Seahawks. Really solid. Now Drew Lock's up there with 2 touchdowns and over 9 yards per throw. That's solid stuff, guys. And again, offensive line doing good, doing really good. I think that's the story of the game. You're definitely gonna hear me talk about them tomorrow in my article. This is probably the stupidest commercial on television right now. This doofus dragging this rake across what is like 5 feet of beach in order to make it possible for turtles to lay their eggs. Like, talk about like, there's just no way that would, he would have to be driving there for hours to clear the beach. And by the way, the turtles are pretty able to crawl around pieces of plastic. So, stupid commercial. Just got to say that. Uh, Getting back to the quarterback stuff, there's nothing I've seen tonight that would make me say like Geno Smith is clearly better than Drew Lock. And in fact, I'd say there's some things where it's like, yeah, Drew Lock should be getting a chance to play to start a game and see how he does against the number 1 defense. I think that's something that the team's got to get a look at. Um, I don't feel any loyalty to Geno Smith whatsoever. And if Drew Lock's better, shove him in there. Let's go. Let's see what happens. Um, I do not think Drew Lock looks better than Mahomes, but I'm glad we're into the hyperbole section of the preseason. There's the kickoff return up to the 30. DJ Dallas has had a nice game. He's run hard. He's always been a good receiver. He's always been wiggly in the backfield, or sorry, out of the backfield as a receiver. So, all right, can the Seahawks make the big comeback here? Can they shut down the Steelers' offense one more time? One more time. Uh, so that was Josh Valentine Turner, the cornerback out of Florida International, making the late tackle. All right, that's good defense right there. Man, these are all guys that are not going to make the Seahawks. So you're kind of hoping for some no-namers to make some plays. You got Vi Jones out. Oh, there's Mafe. No pressure there. Did he make the catch? Did he make the catch? Really? Oh, nice tackle. Miles Adams. That's a big play. Question is, who the hell is Nelson? Honestly, he looks like a high school PE teacher or something. I don't know what he's doing in there, but I'm sure he's a fantastic Scott Nelson, strong safety out of Wisconsin. He is 6'2", 203 pounds. Ooh, some interior pressure. That was nice to see. Oh, it goes into the end zone. All right. All right, Drew Lock. Time for your legend to grow. Go win this game. So the question here, comment from Josh Potter, he's worried about the inside linebacker position. Needs to be the second priority behind quarterback in the draft next year. What does that sound like? Remember the 2012 draft? Who were the top players taken? You had Bruce Irvin in the first round. Second round was Bobby Wagner, inside linebacker. Third round, it was Russell Wilson. So yeah, I have no problems with you getting your inside linebacker among the last positions that you address. I think it's a nice position to have a good player at. I don't think it's, I think the 49ers and the Rams are both examples of teams that have had pretty damn good defenses in the last few years with average to below average inside linebacker play. Now, obviously, the Niners back in the day with Patrick Willis and those guys had amazing inside linebacker, Navarro Bowman. But there's more than like I think there's plenty of ways to have a great defense without great inside linebacker play. It's much harder to have a great defense without good cornerback play or without good defensive line play. So those are the priorities. But yeah, the nice thing is I think that finding good inside linebackers is not super hard. Finding Hall of Fame ones like Bobby Wagner is hard, but I don't think you need that. So I mean, it'd be great to find another one, but Jordan Brooks, first round pick. I think he's going to be a Pro Bowl player. We found another Jordan Brooks level player. I think he'd be in great shape. Super happy. I would have to think they're going to stick with Drew Lock and not put Jacob Eason in. I don't think Jacob Eason's going to get a snap tonight, but who knows? I might be wrong. Still Drew Lock. Handoff, big hole. There goes DJ Dallas. Man, the offensive line is just, ooh, DJ, get up, buddy. Get up. Oh, excuse me. Play action. Throws it over the defender. Nice. Good block. That's the way it's supposed to work. Everyone did their job there. Cade Brewer. The dominant Cade Brewer, rookie out of Texas. 6'2", 238 pounds. Yeah, but look at that block. That was a solid block. Easy to overlook that play. But Deonce Alexander with the block. Franklin College of Indiana. I think you all knew who that was. I didn't have to tell you that. There's the handoff. What happened to Josh? Wasn't it like what was the other running back's name? I thought we had this guy that was on the practice squad last year. Maybe I'm pretty sure I saw he was in camp still, so maybe he's injured. Maybe they cut him. I don't know. So Darwin Thompson getting some reps. Another handoff there. Oh, good cut. Good cut. Nice thing here is that you're getting to see that everyone's like, oh, DJ Dallas is amazing. DJ Dallas. Well, Darwin Thompson's looking pretty good too. That's what I'm saying. Offensive line. Offensive line. Huge, huge implications for how the running game goes. And remember, like, that was the big question about the Seahawks draft picks there, at least. The tackles are both from, you know, air raid offenses. And run blocking's been good. Good jump cut there. He's going to be short. I don't think he got it. We'll see. They might have given it to him. Maybe. Maybe not. There's a quarterback sneak. First down, just like Michael Robinson called. J-Dub says, not to drag Russ, but take him away and look like a team with a game plan. Now, this is preseason, so let's not over stress, but I do think that there's going to be something to that. Good or bad in terms of how the Seahawks perform, they're going to play their style. They're not going to be trying to appease anybody. They're not going to be trying to be something that they're not. They're going to run the ball in your face. They're going to have play action. They're going to look for big plays, and it's not going to be about any one player. Finally some pressure. That was not great pass protection. It wasn't awful. It wasn't like immediate, but he did not have a chance really to set his feet before the pressure was coming on him. So would have been nice to see him throw that ball away. I think there was a chance for him to throw that ball away, but I think that's a understandable moment. Of course, we won't see the replay, so we can't see where that came from. I thought it came from the right side of the line, like maybe Curran, but I couldn't be sure. Yeah, I don't love those play calls. And you got to think that's a Shane Waldron thing because he keeps on these first and longs and second and long going for these short gainers. I don't buy it. They don't seem to work that well. I would bet that they're not going to put DJ Dallas back in. Like they're like, hey, you did your job. You're valuable. Let the young guy in there. Good pass protection. Got plenty of time. Oh, just a terrible throw. Terrible throw. He was open. Just didn't put him anywhere near him. Well, that was a good opportunity wasted by the Seahawks. Looks like Blount got it injured a little bit on that play, even though there's no contact. So not a great series there for Locke. I thought, the sack wasn't necessary. I just give him a slight minus on that. It was mostly on the line there, and then that overthrow there. Don't know. I assume that play, the swing play on 2nd and 17, was a called play. If that was his choice, I think it was not a great one. And keep in mind, I mean, he's facing like the worst players on the Steelers defense. So he's doing it with some of the worst players on the Seahawks offense. Potentially, the receivers and the tight ends are all like fourth string guys, but the offensive line's mostly still starting quality guys other than Stone and Kyle Fuller. If you haven't already, give the show a like, click subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Head on over to patreon.com/hawkblogger, join up, get immediate access to the Slack channel, and all the proceeds go to charity. So let's let's help people out and keep building the friendliest Seahawks community out there. Is he gonna ask him about Russell Wilson?
Do you think Dale Taylor's a future Pro Bowl?
I do. Isaac was just asking me if I think Dale Taylor's a future Pro Bowler. I think 6.5 sacks as essentially a rookie is a pretty good start. I think Dale Taylor very realistically could have double-digit sacks this year. Like that should be his goal. And anytime you're talking about double-digit sacks or more, then you're a Pro Bowl level player. Oh boy. Oh boy, that was close. So I see a question from Bradley. I'll get to that in a second. Michael Bennett on the sidelines would be fun all year if they can manage that. Um, so Bradley Myers asked, which of the backups do I think has the highest chance of playing some sort of major role this season? I mean, it's so different with different position groups. Like either the quarterbacks, you could say, whichever one's the backup, could obviously play a major role. Um, my mind goes immediately to the offensive line. Like you're gonna have Gabe Jackson, Damian Lewis, and Phil Haynes battling at guard. Who's ever the backup could end up playing a major role. Um, I think similarly at right tackle, Abe Lucas is there. You could have Jake Curran end up playing a major role. So that's a place where I could see that. Um, Depending on how you see the receiver position, how that shakes out, like where Eskridge ends up, that could be one of them. Um, but that's a lot of projection since we haven't seen much from him. And then in the corner position, I mean, God, Tariq, Kobe Bryant, um, all those guys could potentially play major roles. One guy that I will call out that's like has been a fan, like a hardcore fan favorite, hasn't got as many snaps as you want, and his production's been kind of uneven, but I just wonder about him as Alton Robinson. So like I still think of Alton Robinson as a guy that could have 6 or 7 sacks in a season if things go right for him. Um, you know, I think the guy's got talent. He makes plays. Uh, he's dropped a lot of weight this year, so he's faster and maybe more durable. We'll see, but I'm interested in him. Ah, time is ticking. 3rd and 2. This could be for the game right here. Oh, good pressure from Mafe. Ah, frustrating. Well, I'll say one thing. The first game of last year's preseason was so boring. There was so little to be interested in at all. Like even like it was hard to come up with anything that was appealing. There's been a fair amount of things in this game that were worth talking about, worth being excited about. So, um, if nothing else, that's good. I'd put Ken Walker up there as one of the guys that was I put in the disappointing category in this game. Not that he was bad, but like the biggest response I got to my draft reaction is like when I said that I thought taking a running back in the second round was a really like a terrible move, which I stand behind. And the response is like, this guy's like, he's the next great running back. Like, he's going to be one of those special running backs that really is different than everybody else. Um, he'll be the next great second round running back. And I didn't see anything that made me think that. I thought he seemed like a pretty average runner. Um, like, didn't see anything. I was like, oh, this guy's terrible. But there was nothing explosive. There was nothing particularly shifty. Isaac's asked me how many carries he had. He had 5 carries for 19 yards, 3.8 yards per carry. Um, every other running back had more yards per carry by a fair amount. So like Travis Homer was 10 yards a carry. G.J. Dallas was 7 yards a carry. Darwin Thompson was 5 yards a carry. So the only running back that was under 5 yards was Kenneth Walker, and he's 3.8. Like it just wasn't wasn't super exciting. His longest run was 7 yards. Um, he had one catch for 11 yards. Travis Homer had 2 catches for 33. Um, Darwin Thompson had one. Anyway, I mean, not a big deal, but just like, man, Daryl Taylor does not stop. Mm. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Got to get off the field on this series right here. Do not let him get. Well, this is looking like a loss, boys. Ticking down. Ooh, we got inside Mafe. Oh, good break on the ball. Yeah. James Houston out of Jackson State University. The linebacker. Looked like a cornerback on that play. At least that's what it said. It said linebacker on the. Yeah, I mean, he definitely broke on the ball like a corner. So maybe he played linebacker in college. Oh, they had him. They're spotting him short, but man, they had him for a loss. No, he's short. It's not a first down. Get off the field, Pete. You know, it's going to be really interesting when Pete has to take one of those little rascals on the field and gets old enough that he can't like walk out there and he's just like rascaling all around the field. Or are they punting? Please don't tell me they're punting. Well, he didn't. What are we doing here? What's going on? Can we see what's actually happening on the field instead of all the sideline? This is like the I don't understand how I get it's preseason football and preseason like people covering it, but it's not hard to know what you need to be able to see to understand what's going on in the game. Like we don't even know if the offense is on the field. I assume they are, but no one's even said anything. We haven't had a view. Here we are. So yes, they're going for it. Mafe in his face. And he gets him. That's a sack, baby. 2 sacks for the rookie. What? Let's go. Now, see, that's what you want to see. Like, he's had 2 flash plays, and I would say more than that. And that's what you want from a second round pick. Beautiful, beautiful athleticism from your second round pick right there. Man, 2 sacks and a tackle for loss. Yeah, strip sack. That's true. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Welcome to Seattle, Drew.
Oh boy. Pete is so frustrated. Is that Stone Forsythe? Oh no, there's just nobody there. I don't know if the running back was supposed to stay in, but whatever happened, he did not have blindside coverage. Oh, that's Greg Island. But that was not the reason that the sack happened. That was just they sent a blitz and they didn't have somebody there to. It's interesting that Kyle Fuller is still the backup center and Dakota Shepley is third string. Stupid. Ooh! Oh, that's a blindside block. That's a bad block. You can't be doing that anymore. Tell me he didn't block going toward the other. Yeah, he was going toward the other end zone. That's a blindside block nowadays. I don't like that penalty, but that's the penalty. If you haven't already, please give the show a like and click subscribe. Would appreciate it. I wonder when we're going to see DK, if we're going to see him at all in the preseason. Ooh, passing on 3rd and 1. Interesting. Oh, bring him down. Oh, man. Oh, man. That guy gave you every chance to bring him down. Ooh, is that a hold? Did I see a penalty flag come down? No? Oh, great throw. And that's Gabe. All right, so be it. All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Seahawks will lose this game, but a lot of good stuff. We'll talk about it more. I'll write my morning after tomorrow, and we'll see what happens. We got till I think it's next Friday night is the next preseason game. Looking forward to that, and we'll probably do live coverage of that as well. So take care, everybody, and thank you once again for tuning in. Give the show a like if you haven't already.